Is it the truth? Is it fair to everyone? Is the goodwill of friendship? And does it benefit everyone? Of the things we think or say or do, you gotta answer 4 questions.
Hello, District 5890, and welcome to our September video. We are so excited to highlight education, and I hope that you enjoyed that video that we just started with. And if you want to go to their website and check out more, that is such an awesome collaboration. Houston Achievement Place has these videos. They are a resource there for clubs to be able to go and help to spread the word of the 4-way test. And our missions are so aligned as we both look at how do we make this world a kinder, safer place. So please check that out. It's a great resource. And I know as we are out and about doing collaborative visits and looking at things this month and year, I've found Pasadena Rotary Club out there doing some great work. I know many clubs do this, but I had the opportunity to see theirs live and in person. And then after that, I also had the opportunity to learn about our Global Scholar Program. And I got to hear from 2 particular scholars, one that had just completed his year and one that's about to go outbound. And I cannot do justice to these kids and how wonderful they are. So I'm gonna let you hear from them directly. Someone in the audience asked them a question, and it really was about what kind of impact would you have on the world after spending a year abroad that Rotary paid for. We helped them with a $30,000 scholarship. So I hope everybody really realizes the impact that we make from after watching these 2 students.
Very good question. I think that one of the first things we're taught about in medicine is the importance of listening and the importance of silence and understanding. Sometimes we're very quick to talk. We're very quick to share our opinions. But recently, in the age of social media, in the age of 24-hour news and things like that, it's very easy just to always try to be the loudest person in the room. And so something that I've definitely learned in my time in London with such an international group of people is that people really approach communication very differently depending on where you are. Sometimes shouting is the only way you get across, but sometimes not saying anything is the way you get across. And having spoken to so many different people, both abroad and in the hospitals, in the clinics where we work, I feel that I've become a better communicator and a better listener overall. I'm able to share my ideas and my thoughts at the same time while understanding why people feel the way they do. And that's really the first step to bridging these divides, bridging the toxicity that we've seen recently.
That was quite profound. And to add to that, almost piggybacking in the sense is my personal statement for medical school started with the sentence, I collect story. And I think that we've almost, through the modern age of 10-second TikToks and such, have almost diminished in some forms the value of story. And I think that this is the sort of forum that we can foster that power. And in terms of healing people as a whole, I see medicine quite at its crux. I think medicine is the practice of listening to stories, right? If you think about it at its very base, the exam room is a space that I am so fortunate to create this environment that another person is willing to share their most precious and their most difficult and their most challenging stories with me. And that is fundamentally what I think will bring the most positive change, is environments in which more people are willing, able, and comfortable sharing stories.
And I think as we all think about the things that make what we do great in Rotary, we know that literacy is the foundation to everything. We know that that gives us a good start in life, and I know many clubs do many great things, and so keep that work up. We're also going to hear from Heather and from Nancy on their thoughts on literacy. So continue as we imagine Rotary this year to share your stories about what you do, what Rotary does. I asked our presidents back at PETS if they could actually share what their club, share what their story is and what makes them part of Rotary and why they're still committed to being there. Because it takes each one of us doing our part, remembering why we love Rotary. What's that passion? Is it education? This is the time you can shine this month. We actually have G.V. Krishnan is a member that is helping us on the literacy front, and so look for more good things to come from him because he's going to share some ideals. They've worked with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Series as well as the Barbara Bush Foundation, so you'll see more on that to come as well. So that's it for this month. Thanks a lot, and continue to imagine Rotary.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Just kidding, this is Mindy's channel. So September, our focus is basic education and literacy. As Mindy already told us, what exactly does that mean? If you're like me, you ran to the website, or you will. I'll save the time, you don't have to. I looked it up. It says our goal is to strengthen the capacity of communities to support basic education and literacy, reduce gender disparity in education, and increase adult literacy. What all does that exactly mean? Let's break it down. Please enlighten us, Heather. So how does Rotary strengthen communities to support basic education and literacy? Well, through the Rotary Foundation, there are scholarships, donations, and projects around the world. What do these projects do? They open schools, they can provide water to schools, which a lot of schools don't have, clean restrooms, books, many of the things that we take for granted here in 5890. Moving on to number 2, reducing gender disparity in education. You're like, what does that mean? Guys and girls, I don't use the word y'all. Fun fact about me, so I just say guys, I mean everybody. But guys, not everybody can stay in school around the world, particularly young women. Something as simple as this can keep girls in school. And Pastor Governor Michelle is having a project in October that will empower women and keep girls in school, which will help reduce gender disparity in education. Number 3, increasing adult literacy. It is estimated that 17% of the world population under the age of 15 are illiterate. So when you think worldwide, you're probably like me, you're like, okay, well, that's worldwide because we have these third world countries that don't have access to education. Like, does that really impact us in 5890? The answer is yes. More not so fun facts. The Literacy Council of Fort Bend County estimates 19% of their residents read below a level 1 literacy level. I'll save you the trouble of looking it up. That is ages 5 through 7 at a level 1 literacy level. Estimate 154,000 residents in Fort Bend County. That is in our district, guys. That's a lot. Kudos to the Sugar Land Rotary Club. They started a 5K series, Run for a Cause. Run with your feet, not your mouth. Fun fact, I was the first one to sign up for their next race. And in one of the races, the proceeds were given to the Literacy Council of Fort Bend County, who promotes adult literacy. So thank you, Sugar Land. And now let's welcome a special guest to my show. Yes, I call it a show. Amy Kilgore, District Governor-elect from 5910. She has a great project that I found out about on Rotary Showcase. If you don't know what it is, ask somebody. Anyway, Amy, welcome to the show.
Hi Heather, thank you so much for inviting me to be a guest on your show. I'm very excited to be in 5890 today to tell you about a project in my home club, the Rotary Club of League City in District 5910. Our project is centered around improving the literacy rates of elementary students. As you know, September is Basic Education and Literacy Awareness Month for Rotary International, so the timing of this talk cannot be more perfect. Our project is called Rotary Reads, and it services children on an elementary, so a kindergarten through 5th grade campus called League City Elementary. The campus is considered Title I, so this is really a community where students are in need and support. So Rotarians about 7 years ago first engaged in a series of reading buddies for students. But as we spent more time on the campus and made some observations, one of the things that we learned is that not many students participate in the campus's book fairs. And the reason being that most can't afford a book. So we met with the principal and tried to find a way to change that. And then COVID-19 happened. And so what we realized then too was that not only did our students not have the money to buy books, but when the world went into shutdown, they also didn't have access to libraries, and they definitely didn't have books in their home. So when we returned to what is now the new normal, our club applied for a small district grant for about $3,000, and we matched it with the equivalent amount, with the intent to buy a book for every student on that campus, which is about 718 kiddos. But in Rotary, we're never done. So we wanted to know what we could do that would continue to engage kids in being able to read outside of one book every year. So we came up with a pretty novel idea, no pun intended. We bought a book vending machine. So just like you go to the store or you go to the vending machine at your workplace or whatever, and you might buy some chips or a soda, kids will have the opportunity to go to this machine, put in a coin that is given to them, and they will get a free book. And the books are both in English or Spanish and a variety of reading levels, so a child will have the opportunity to pick their just right book. While the machine has not arrived yet, it should be here any day now. It is custom wrapped. It has the school's logo on it. It has the Rotary logo on it along with our club's name. And this is just a great opportunity to have that ongoing investment in the school where kids can access books and see our partnership together. And it's fine to have the machine, but we're going to have to fill that machine on a regular basis with those books. So we, through some donations and partnerships, we'll be able to fill the book machine this first go round. And each book in there will have a book plate, and it will have the name of the Rotary Club of League City in there and the name of the partner organization that helped donate that book. So it's unbelievable to see how a small project so many years ago has blossomed into this thriving partnership. We never would have imagined that would be where we are today. So my final words to you are: dream big, work hard, imagine what your club will do in your community and across the globe if you only set your mind to it. Have a great day.
Hola, bonjour, ciao, ni hao, hola. Hello and howdy. Welcome to Literacy and Education Month. We want to share our excitement at the return of the International Youth Exchange and welcome each of our international youth to our schools this year. May you have a prosperous and fruitful year on your educational journey. Let's go ahead and talk about what a few of the clubs around the district are doing to promote literacy and education for our communities. The Rotary Club of Pasadena distributes dictionaries to third grade students, and in doing so, they ensure that every third grader receives a dictionary each year. Since 2008, they have distributed over 70,000 dictionaries. The Rotarians there at the Rotary Club of Pasadena state that this is one of their most rewarding and exciting projects every year. The Rotary Club of Brazosport also distributes dictionaries each year to third grade students throughout the Brazosport ISD, and they also include 3 private schools in their area in which they go ahead and distribute to. Recently, the Rotary Club of Seabrook had a service day on which they built 5 free libraries. I'm out here at the park today with one of these libraries, the Little Red Box. Take one, share one, read one. Free library offered by the Rotary Club of Seabrook. In conjunction with the city of Seabrook, they went ahead and strategically placed them at various parks throughout the Seabrook community so that everyone can take part in reading and literacy. These are just a few of the examples of what other Rotarians are doing around the area. What is your club doing? What can you do to encourage others and to help with reading and literacy and education? How will you help build the leaders of tomorrow?
Cause the things we think or say or do, you gotta answer for